Hi, I'm Lindsay Turrentine from CNET, and this is our first look at the Nest Learning Thermostat, which I'm going to take out of the box right now so we can see what's in here. A very pretty box. Pretty beautiful. It looks like an eye. Nice and heavy. It feels solid. This part swivels, and that's really the only moving part. Pretty much everything that you absolutely need to install a thermostat. An included screwdriver, and you take the top off for all the bits. There's a built-in level so that you can make sure it's level on the wall. Concierge service in case you don't feel like doing the installation yourself. Depending on the kind of wall you have and the damage that's left from your old thermostat, you may want to use one of these kits and paint them to match your wall color. You can also mount the thermostat straight onto your wall. Okay, we just finished taking the thermostat out of the box, and now we're going to see how easy it is to install. But first, we have to take off the old thermostat. The first thing you want to do is turn off the power, either on a breaker box, or in this case I have a switch right above my thermostat, which is nice. Most thermostats just pull right off the top of the thermostat. Okay, I'm labeling the wires as they come off with these handy labels that came in the installation guide. There's the RH, here's the W. Nest suggests that if you can, you put the thermostat straight on your wall because it would look nicer, and it sure would. But I don't have time to repaint my wall right now, so I'm going to use one of their mounting kits. Now we have to drill some holes in the wall because the holes I had for my old thermostat are not in the same place as the holes for this mount. Now I'm going to put on the trim plate and the base. Once I have the wire through and everything snapped together, I use this handy built-in level. It looks like my drill holes are level. Okay, now the hardest part is done, and I'm going to connect the wires. Thanks to these handy labels, I remember where they're supposed to go, and you just push back this little toggle and insert the wire. We're ready for the exciting part, putting the Nest onto the base. I'm just going to snap it on. The promise of Nest is that it's going to learn what our patterns are and then automatically adjust itself to make us comfortable when we're home and to save energy when we're away. So I'm going to come back in a couple of days and find out whether Nest has learned what we like. One of the great things about the Nest Learning Thermostat is that it's connected to the internet. And Nest has created a few apps, one for iPad, one for iPhone, and one for Android, to help you control your thermostat from afar and also to view what's going on in your house. So there's this little house and there's an indicator to show what's going on with your thermostat. So right now my thermostat is set to away. I'm not at home, so the thermostat's not on. If I click this, I'll say that right now my house is 65 degrees. I'm going to go ahead, tap on that, and end away. If I want to come home in a few hours and have it be nice and toasty, I can turn up the thermostat right here, and now my heater's on. When I get home, it should be 69 degrees in 55 minutes. So far, over the last 4 days since I installed Nest, Nest has learned that it's going to take 55 minutes to get my house up to 69 degrees. If you click on the Schedule tab, you can see the patterns that Nest is learning for my family's preferences. And this has all been learned from the daily actions that we've made. So when we've turned up and down the thermostat, Nest has remembered and started to set a pattern for each day of the week. You can see that we like it to be warm in the afternoon. I get really cold at about 8 o'clock. And then when we go to bed, we turn it down to 64. Nest has been learning our patterns for about 4 days now, and I think it's going to get a little bit more sophisticated once we've been doing it for a week. I've noticed that, for instance, Nest hasn't noticed our morning patterns for the whole week yet. You definitely have to be patient with Nest. It's not going to instantly know what you like and what you don't like. But I'm really happy with Nest now, and I particularly love checking in on my house while I'm away. It's really fun to see what's going on at home, even if it's just one little peek into the temperature at my house. This is Lindsay Turrentine for CNET, reviewing the Nest Learning Thermostat.